Hi everyone, happy Monday. I hope that your week is off to a great start. So today I have an Ulta haul for you, but I'm also going to switch things up and do little mini reviews as I share each of the products with you. I think a lot of times people ask me to do haul updates or review videos, and I just have so many videos planned that I don't get a chance to review every single product that I mentioned. So I thought this would be a fun way to share with you guys what I picked up, but also what I thought about each of the products. I'll show you some close-ups, show you how they applied, and give you some information about each of the products without making this video too long. Fingers crossed, so let's jump into it. So the first thing I want to share with you are some sheet masks. These are from Biobelle, and they are still somewhat new to Ulta, so a lot of you might not have heard about them, but I was so excited when I got these. I shared a picture on Instagram a few weeks ago. The packaging is the cutest packaging I've ever seen. Everything from like the names to just the designs on the front, and the masks themselves are really great too, which I'll get into in a second, but I love these. I love sheet masks. I feel like they're just the perfect way to relax and de-stress at night before bed, and I just like to think of it as me time. So I use sheet masks super often, and I've really been loving these. These are really unique. They're definitely different than other sheet masks that I've tried. They're made out of something called tencel, which is a wood fiber, which is really interesting. The mask itself is super thin, so it goes on your skin so nicely. I have tried so many sheet masks, and honestly I have a pretty large eye area, so a lot of times my eyes just don't fit in the sheet masks, and I'll end up getting them in my eye, and it's a little bit uncomfortable, and it doesn't cover my whole face. Because these are so thin and durable at the same time, you can stretch them and really cover your entire face. So they apply really smoothly. They cover every single contour of your skin, and they're great because you can apply them in the morning or at night, but you can apply them before you wear makeup, which I love. They're super lightweight, and the product absorbs right into the skin, so it really preps your face for makeup application, which I think is great if you have a really long day or if you just have like a special event. This is a great option because it's really going to help your makeup to go on so nicely, and they have a couple of different options. So they have the Beauty Scoop mask, and this is perfect if you struggle with fine lines and your skin is a little bit dry, because this is really going to hydrate your skin and help to fill in the appearance of those fine lines. So this is definitely a great thing to apply before applying makeup so that your makeup won't settle into those fine lines. They also have the Happy Hour mask, which is made with red wine and retinol, and this helps to minimize the signs of aging. So again, if you struggle with fine lines on your face and you just kind of want something to minimize those lines to really help plump them and fill them in, this is a great option. The one that I absolutely love, and that's the one that I'm sharing in the demo, is the Decadence face mask. This one is made with chocolate and acai berry. This one is really great because it really moisturizes the skin, and even though I have oily skin, I can definitely struggle with just dry areas on my face, and I love the feel of a really moisturized face before I apply my makeup because it just helps it to go on so nicely, and I love chocolate, so I think that's a great way to kick off the day. They also have the After Party mask, which really helps to soothe and brighten your skin. So if you struggle with redness or irritation or sensitivity, this is a great option. These masks are really gentle. They're really great for sensitive skin. And then they also have the Stay Gorgeous mask. This one's not available on Ulta.com, but they are running a special. If you buy any 2 of the Biobelle masks, you get this one for free. And I did a snap of me wearing this one or using this one, and I love it because it really just hydrates and nourishes your skin. So I will have a link in the description box below if you want to check out these masks or any other products that I mentioned in this video, but if you are a fan of sheet masks, I honestly recommend checking these out. These are really great if you have sensitive skin. They're really great because they apply so nicely and they cover every inch of your face, and since they are so lightweight, they really allow the antioxidants and the other properties of the mask to really sink into your skin quickly, and I love it because it only takes 15 minutes, so you can apply it in the morning before you apply your makeup, and because the serum or the products in the mask aren't super heavy, they're great for daily use or just in the morning time before you apply a face of makeup because they really help everything to go on so smoothly. So I've really been loving them. I hope that you guys will check them out, and they are also doing a giveaway, so check the description box below for the link to the giveaway in case you want to enter to win some of these masks, because I know you guys are going to love them. So I did get a new foundation, and I can't believe it took me so long to try it because you guys have been telling me to try this for the longest time, but I finally picked it up. It is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation, and I have the shade 101 Classic Ivory. I'm actually wearing it on my skin today. I don't know if you guys can tell a difference, but I have to admit that you guys were right once again. I love this foundation. It's hard for me to find foundations that I really love because I absolutely love the Covergirl 3-in-1. It's my favorite foundation of all time, but since I have oily skin, I thought that this one would work really well for me. I love how this applies. It goes on so smoothly, so beautifully, and in the clip where I'm applying it, I'm actually not wearing a primer or a concealer concealer. I just applied the mask beforehand, and the mask works really great as a primer, especially before you apply foundation, because it helps your foundation to go on so smoothly and stay in place. And this foundation just goes on really nicely. So I think that the combination works together really well. I love this because it definitely gives you a matte finish. It almost gives you like a soft powdery finish. So this is definitely a great option for oily skin. I think it looks so beautiful on the skin. I was definitely surprised by the coverage. I didn't use any concealer before I applied it, and it looked really beautiful on the skin. It evened my skin out. The color matched me really well. I always wear the lightest shade in foundation, so I was excited that it did match me, and I really like this so far. I'll keep you guys posted, but so far it's a winner. I also grabbed a new concealer. This is the NYX HD concealer. This has been on my list for a while. I have the shade CW01 Porcelain, and I love this. This concealer is super thick, so it kind of took me by surprise the first time I used it, and I think it blends out a little bit better with the Beauty Blender, but I love it. I think it does a great job at hiding any dark circles, but also at brightening the under eye area. This color is perfect for my skin tone, so if you have the same or a similar skin tone to me, you're definitely going to like this. I think they even have like a green shade, maybe a purple shade. I could be wrong, but I really, really like this concealer, and I think that it is a great option if you're looking for something like this. Also from NYX, I did try the Stay Matte But Not Flat Powder Foundation, and some of you might know that I actually use a powder foundation to set my foundation in place, which might seem a little excessive, but my skin is super oily and I like a really full coverage look. So I was really excited to try this out because the one that I'm currently using is a higher end one, so it's definitely more expensive, and I go through powder so quickly. I do like how this looks on the skin. I think it gives you a really beautiful finish, and I did use it to set my under eye powder in the clip so you guys can see how it looks, but it gives you a gorgeous, gorgeous finish. There is a little bit of fallout, as you guys can see in the clip. It's all over my sweatshirt, but you can definitely deal with it and just brush it off. I don't usually get ready in the clothes that I'm wearing throughout the day because I tend to make a mess anyways, but I think that it wears off a little bit more quickly than I expected throughout the day. It's definitely not like a full coverage powder, and I think if you are looking for like a full coverage powder foundation, this isn't what this is going to be, but it does make a really nice setting powder. It's going to keep your skin matte, and I think that I didn't even have to blot my skin for like the first 5 hours. It really just locked everything into place. So that's definitely a great option for me. It's a more affordable option than what I'm using, so I think that this is a great everyday powder. So I did grab 2 primers, and I would say if you're using a mask in the morning, not to apply a primer on top. I think that these masks do a great job at priming and moisturizing your skin, and you could apply a moisturizer after you apply the mask if you have really dry skin, but if you have oily skin, this is literally all you need in the morning. The mask and you're good to go, and then I would apply your foundation right on top because the mask just really preps your skin for foundation. And honestly, I'm just kind of on the fence about these primers. These are both from Covergirl. The first one is the Outlast All Day Primer, and the other one is the True Blend Face Primer for oily skin. I didn't realize I got 2 primers from the same brand, but they're super similar. I looked at the back on the ingredients and they're almost the same. And honestly, I kind of have a hard time at differentiating between the 2 of them, so I would say you could probably pick up either one if you're looking to try one of them. I think that I like the Covergirl Outlast All Day Primer a little bit better than the True Blend Face Primer for oily skin. Even though I do have oily skin, I feel like a lot of the primers that I tend to choose are great for dry skin because my main concern is that my foundation just goes on really smoothly and really evenly. I think that the Outlast All Day Primer will lock your foundation into place. This will definitely prevent oiliness. I feel like my skin was way less oily when I used this, but my foundation just did not go on as nicely. I feel like this almost kind of like balled up underneath my foundation, and you saw a lot of weird texture once I applied my foundation on top of this. Same with the True Blend. I'm still kind of on the fence about these. I think that I have to try them a little bit more, but I wouldn't say they're bad primers. It just depends on your skin. If you have any texture or unevenness to your skin, these probably aren't the best option, but if you have really smooth skin to begin with, this might be a great option for you because it will prevent your skin from getting more oily. So I will still keep you guys posted. I have to try these a little bit more before I form like my complete opinion on them, but right now I'm kind of on the fence. I did get a few blushes. The first one is the Covergirl True Blend blush in the shade Light Rose. It's been a while since I tried a Covergirl blush. Actually, when I first started wearing makeup a million years ago, back in junior high, my mom bought me a Covergirl blush and I loved it, but this one is definitely new. I hadn't seen anything like this in a while. It reminded me a lot of a baked blush, and I have been loving baked blushes so much lately. So this color is really gorgeous. It's super light, so if you have probably even a little bit of a darker skin tone than I do. I don't know if this would really show up on you, but the blush itself is really gorgeous. It's that mix between a blush and a highlighter, which is my favorite type of blush. It looks really beautiful on the skin and it really makes you look like you're glowing. So if you have a pale skin tone, this is going to look gorgeous on you. And I don't know, I'll have to check out the other colors, but so far I really like this, which I was excited about because it's been a while since I found a drugstore blush that really worked for me. That being said, I did recently fall in love with the Maybelline Master Highlight Blushes by Face Studio, so I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I decided to pick up this shade Coral, which is so beautiful. I have Nude and I have Pink Rose, and I absolutely love them, and Coral is just the perfect color for spring and summer. I am so excited to wear this. These are probably like my favorite drugstore blushes. These just go on so beautifully, and again, they kind of have like a highlighter mixed into them, so they give you a really gorgeous glowing effect, and I'm so excited to wear this one. I also got this Highlight Contour Blush Trio. This is from Rimmel London, and it is in the shade Coral Glow, but I love this because it comes with a matte bronzer, a matte blush, and then a really beautiful subtle highlight, and it looks gorgeous on the skin. I think that this is just one of the best face products I've seen from the drugstore in a while. Maybe the drugstore is really stepping up their game and I just haven't noticed because it's been a while since I did a drugstore haul, but I've been loving their face products. Anyways, I grabbed this and I think that it's really beautiful. I think the trio of colors works really well together, and I love how pigmented these are and they apply really nicely. And the last product that I want to talk about is the Maybelline Vivids Matte Liquid in the shade Nude Thrill. I've definitely heard mixed opinions about these, but I have to say I really like this. I think that it applies beautifully. It's so super pigmented and it's so smooth and creamy. It glides on the lips beautifully. You don't even have to wear a lip liner underneath. I would recommend it because it can kind of move around, but it's so pigmented it will just completely cover up your lips and it looks beautiful. I think a lot of people expected it to be a dry matte liquid lipstick, judging from the name, which it's definitely not, and I would say it's not even super matte. Throughout the day it definitely becomes more matte, but once you apply it, it has a really pretty sheen and I like it a lot. I think it wears beautifully, it just feels really comfortable, and I want to try more of them for sure. So those are all of the drugstore products I picked up from Ulta recently. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything you think I should check out. I hope that you guys kind of liked this format. I know this video was a little bit longer, but I hope you guys will check out Biobelle's masks and the giveaway, which I will link in the description box below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.